everyone. My name is Omega Senpapi, or DJ. Today I will be talking about my experience in working as a customer service rep, manager of Domino's. So, I do have experiences of very, very rude customers. Like, have you ever had a customer come up to you just being rude, having an attitude for no serious reason? Like a customer the other day called the store complaining that they got double charged. And as a manager, I can't really do anything about that because that's something that happens online. So I try to tell them that that is a corporate issue, but they get an attitude and tell me and ask me questions of why that would happen. And honestly, I wouldn't know why it would happen because that is a online thing. But I did tell them that usually it takes about 2 to 3 business days for the money to be back into their account. And if it doesn't, call corporate. They will figure out everything, they refund everything, any issues. And once I told him that, he actually became real respectful and said, "Thank you for your time," and hung up. But then there's a customer. So in the mornings, as a manager, I'm not opening manager, so I open the store pretty much by myself until my delivery driver gets in. And this customer, I wish I could say her name, but I can't say her name. But this customer called the store an hour after I made her food and after an hour after it had gotten delivered. So she's basically eating the pizza already. She complains saying that her thin crust pizza is dry and didn't have extra cheese. And she also complained about a dessert product not being cooked all the way. And for Domino's employees and Domino's in general, we all have an oven set to a certain temperature, and our oven works 100%. There's no 50%, there's no 70%, 100%. Meaning all of our food gets cooked evenly and cooked perfectly. The only reason why she said it wasn't fully cooked is because it's hot and it's gonna be soft. But anyway, she calls the store, complains to me about her pizza, and she has the nastiest attitude. The nastiest attitude. I'm talking about. She's yelling. Pretty much, I'm over here telling her I can't really see. We get to a point where if we give out free pizzas, we are gonna have to pay for it. So we try to cut back on giving away free orders because that is making us lose money. So I told her I can't remake your order today, but I can give you a credit for the next time that you order. A credit is basically you get a free whatever product is messed up, and but you will have to use it for the next order and come into the store to get it. So I tell her that. She's like, "How come I can't get it now?" I'm like, "We can't do that right now. We're not giving out any new products because that will basically cause us to lose money." So I after she kept getting mad and mad over me not making her food, I hung up on her. I kid you not. 2 minutes later, she calls again and she goes, "Hey, there was another gentleman here. I talked on the phone. I guess he hung up on me because of the way I was talking to him and in the way I was asking questions." And I looked up at her order. She said that it was dry and it didn't have extra cheese. Her order was a pepperoni, sausage, bacon, thin crust. Thin crust is a is crunchy, so it's not gonna be freaking wet and have a lot of freaking dough and cheese on it, not a lot of sauce. It's a thin crust, so it's a it's not something that's supposed to have a lot of toppings or a lot of cheese on it. She didn't have extra cheese, she didn't have extra sauce. So obviously her thin crust is going to be crunchy. Basically dry and crunchy. The way that it's supposed to be. And the brownie, I'm like, there's no way that the brownie could have been undone because everything is cooked at the same temperature and goes to the oven at the same exact time. So I told her, man, you can either take the credit or you just wouldn't get any food. As the most respectable way I did possible. She changed her attitude real fast. She's like, "Oh, okay. I guess I I guess I'll just take the credit. So it'd be for the next time that I order, right?" I'm like, "Yes, it would be the next time that you order." Then let's see what else I can say. Very rude customer. So I'm African American or black for anyone that knows or cares to know. So I had just started working at Domino's. So it would have been like my first month there. I was a CSR, customer service rep, and I was answering this lady's phone. It's a Friday. We're hecka busy. We're short staffed, and I answered this lady's phone call, and she's complaining about an order that had just been delivered to her house. And I'm like, she complained that it was cold. She complained that it wasn't on time. I'm like, there's no way because that driver just left the store like not even 10 minutes ago. So I already knew all of that. She just wanted another extra piece. She just wanted free food at this point. So I'm telling her, man, we're very busy right now. So if it was kind of cold, it'd be because the driver had either to take multiple deliveries or he got stuck in traffic. And I live in Florida, so traffic here is kind of freaking ass, and people are crazy. Excuse me. But she was just angry, just like so angry and mad. I'm like, it's not even 5 o'clock. I'm like, I just started my shift. There's no way I should be dealing with a person like you. I didn't say that to her, but that's what I was thinking. Because she was just screaming and yelling at me. Then all of a sudden, she calls me the N word. I'm like, yo, this is freaking crazy. But at like over the time, as me working there, all the managers, my supervisor, my GM, they would always say, write the order, the person's name, and the address, and the phone number on a piece of paper, then hang up on them so they can blacklist. Blacklist is where you basically that person can't order from your store or any stores that are in your franchise anymore. So they'd have to go to a completely different chain or a completely different franchise. So they got blacklisted like an hour later. And it's like insane dealing with like those type of customers over food that could be accessible at a Walmart. And I'm like, if you really wanted your food that bad, you could either make like with it being cold, you got an oven, bro. You have an oven. There's no reason to be freaking lazy and not want to heat your food up. Cause if you set your oven to freaking just preheat your oven for warm, like 125. put a few slices on a freaking on a screen or baking sheet, bro, your food will be just like would be cooked as like you got it fresh from Domino's, basically. But other than that, I'm like, bro, there's no way you are really complaining about your order that had not just been like had just been delivered to you in a minute, bro. Why do people act like that? There's no reason to act like that. For all the people that are getting mad at the freaking customer service rep and not being helped as fast, I'm like, take a look around the store and see all the works that are there. Because in my store, I'd say, so we open at 10:30. 10:30 to about 3 to 4 o'clock, I'm at that store by myself with one other driver. And 9 times out of 10, the driver is on delivery and I'm doing like 8 orders by myself. I would have customers come in every single day asking me, "Are you by yourself?" I'm like, obviously, I have to be nice and not have attitude. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm by myself. I have my driver out there delivering. Like, he's taking 3 orders right now. So I'm just kind of going back and forth with making food and in the oven and obviously helping you." Then they proceed to be like, "Oh, I hope everything slows down and I hope you have a nice day." I look at the receipt, a $0 tip. Like, why? It would be like 11 o'clock, bro. They have 2 pizzas, some parm bites, cinnamon twists. That whole order is literally 22.47. 22.47, basically. You can at least tip $1 or something. Like, at least tip $1. Especially with like super big orders and like sandwiches, because sandwiches take a lot of time to make. Then like our specialty pizzas, it's insane that like the amount of orders that we get just in the morning, bro. And sometimes school orders be messing us up too, because I would have, let's see, the last school order I had, I'd say about like 2 weeks ago. It was like a 32 pound order. It was supposed to be made at 10:35. That's the time that they wanted it, 10:35. But we open at 10:30. Mind you, I have to set everything up. I have to prep. I have to make sure everything's set up for all of our computers. I have to make sure all of our freaking food isn't expired from the last day. Make sure everything's freaking labeled properly. Make sure all the sauce is correct. And they expect me to have the food ready by 10:35. 32 pizzas. Now, some schools, they tip really well. Other schools, eh. But that school in particular, they tipped me like $25, and I was fucking happy, bro. And that jack, bro, I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna call him Justin. This man, he helped me with like the last 2 pizzas. Then he takes half of the tip. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. But I'm like, fine, whatever. I get, even though he's a driver, he's supposed to get more tips. But I guess that day he wasn't getting as much deliveries. You know, he had like 5. I guess he was getting stiffed all day. Pause. But let's see what else. What else? Customer interaction. Halloween. Halloween of 2022. Because I had started working at Domino's 2021, November 12th. So Halloween of 2022 was the most atrocious Halloween ever. And I mean ever, bro. I'm by myself for 4 hours. But I had two other insiders, okay? But one of the insiders was, I guess we don't officially know if he's special needs or not, or if he has like any disability. But something was, I don't know. He would just move like really, really slow on make line, which is where we top all of our pizzas. He'd move so slow. Then I also had like a girl who thought she was a manager, but she wasn't. She was the insider, but she was the most whiniest person on this freaking earth. She cried because we were busy on Halloween, on a day where we know that people are partying. And at this point, I'm a manager right now. This, just be yeah, be my. I had been almost a year in at Domino's, and this girl, she's supposed to know everything. She didn't know how to slap correctly. She didn't know how to basically slap is making the dough. She didn't know how to make the dough correctly. She was moving slow. I'm on the oven, moving as fast as possible, but I'm also helping customers. So I'm trying to calm them down, and they're asking me, what are the times for today? And like, how long is it going to be on their food? So on our app, we have a tracker, but that tracker is completely wrong. And they need to fix that system, which is why we always get fucked over when it's freaking busy. Anytime a person orders, the tracker would say about 10-15 minutes. No, when we're busy, it's supposed to say an hour to 2 hours, especially on Halloween day, Halloween night. I kid you not. I had about 25 people asking for their orders. And at this point, I'm losing my freaking mind. I'm like, if y'all could wait about 35-45 minutes for your food to get out so I can get everything situated. And mind you, only had 2 drivers for that day. 2 drivers. And the girl, she's over here complaining about it being busy and crying. I got so pissed off at her, I told her to leave. I told her to leave because she was freaking crying. And I told her I would handle all this shit by myself. I do not need you. And she left. So now it's me and the other kid on make line. And I'm going as fast as I can, I've made at least 5 pizzas in a minute, and the other kid is still doing the same pizza that I had seen him do when I had just switched over to helping with pizzas. I'm telling him, bro, please move faster, bro. We're down 125 pizzas, and we're down 95 sides. All the orders that are coming in have at least 2 to 3 pizzas and 3 to 4 sides on it, plus sodas, plus plus salads, plus freaking all the freaking condiments and shit, plates and napkins, all that, and I have to get that stuff as I'm giving them their food. I told him to leave as well because he was moving too slow for my liking. I ended up staying there pretty much doing everything by myself. The supervisor, our basically our district manager, she comes in to help me. Now she's on oven, and she loves oven. She moves so fast on oven, and it's freaking helpful. We got past that screen in 45 minutes. While I was there for 6 hours, and the two people that were supposed to be working and helping me, they couldn't help for shit, bro. We're down 125 pizzas. The supervisor comes in. It's just me and the supervisor at this point, and plus our two drivers. We get that full screen done in 45 minutes. There's no way 3 people on the inside with 2 drivers shouldn't have completed that in the same 45 minutes. And the customers, and I had to give away so much free stuff for the customers for that long ass wait. It was ridiculous. I had to close that store too. I had to close it. That was closing shift, bro. Morning shift, they didn't have shit to do, bro. Night shift was horrid for me. Horrible. I think we ended off that day with like $6,000. And usually for Fridays and Saturdays during that time, we only made like $2,000 or $3,000. That shit was crazy. Let's see. What else? What else could I talk about? Um, I'm gonna just end it off right here. Customers, be patient with the customer service. Please be patient. If you're patient, 9 times out of 10, we, bro, you don't know what kind of day that we're having. You don't know if we're short staffed. You don't know if people had to be let go. Like, that shit is, like, you're playing with people's emotions, bro, and you do not want to be on the wrong side of it. Because I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, there are times that you've been yelled at or you've seen a person get yelled at. And you realize, oh, I shouldn't act that way towards them. And so all the Karens, y'all better not say no stupid stuff to no manager, bro, because you will get let out, bro. You will get fired on. This is coming from experience of me as a manager. I've yelled at Karens. I've banned Karens from the store. I've kicked them out. There's times I could have had them arrested, but I didn't because I'm a nice person. But let that be a lesson. Don't do whatever these people are in the store doing. And for all the teenagers that are lazy to do this stuff, this job is not hard. Being a customer service rep is not hard. Working in fast food is not hard. Working in retail is not hard. Quit being lazy, get off your ass, and work, bro. Ain't nothing here for free, bro. Nothing's gonna get handed to you down the road. As soon as you out of high school, it's up, bro. And if you're in college and you're looking for a good job, it's still gonna be up, bro. Cause you're gonna have to work 10 times as harder than the next person.